All right, there we go. Now we're unmuted. God, I did all that intro for nothing. I'll see myself out on this one. Anyway, I'll go through that quickly again. Solar's first. K claims first, but he's not first, because first is actually the worst. Hello, Firebird. Hello, Ariana. Hello, June. June, your scenario is not for an hour and a half. Sorry. Hello, Mr. Peach. Hello, Samadou. Hello, Simi. Vada has been notified this time. Wheeler is on time this time. Mr. Peach is here. Captain J himself. Goat is here. Thriver is here. Hey, Pissface, we can't. How are you? Oh, I didn't know. Sorry. All right, let's get into this. Anyway, I was just saying, I think this intro is awesome. There's so much purple, this must be a Null Dorito ripoff channel. What do I think of Spectral? I think you I think you commented, but I couldn't find it. I did not comment on the video. I'm a fake fan. But I'm a big fan of the video. I've seen it 55 times already. It's very good. It must be Lavender Haze. Man. I don't want to hear any more Taylor Swift references. All right, well, I hate to say this, Mr. Peach, but you started it. You, in fact, started this one. Taylor Swift, more like Taylor Swift. Hello, Dante.
This is CNN Breaking News.
Good evening. I'm Jessica Roberts, and we have breaking news that has just come into our newsroom. A newly discovered asteroid is heading toward Earth, and it was detected only hours ago by NASA. NASA scientists have been working around the clock to gather more information about this asteroid, which is estimated to be around 1.6 kilometers in diameter. According to initial calculations, it is expected to pass dangerously close to Earth in just 3 days. The asteroid was discovered late due to its unusual orbit and a lack of visibility from current telescopic surveys. NASA officials have admitted that the detection came much later than desired, sparking concerns about our preparedness for such events. This discovery raises serious questions about our ability to track and respond to potential threats from space. Joining us now is Dr. Emily Carter, an astrophysicist from NASA, to discuss.
We observed the K4. Dude, K4 has gotten insanely good. Taylor Swift, more like Hawk Tuah. I'm going to make a statement, guys. I'm going to make a statement. We're making a statement.
Discuss what this means for all of us. Dr. Carter, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
1984. No, I don't think so.
Dr. Carter, can you explain how this asteroid was detected so late and what the potential risks are?
Certainly. This asteroid was particularly difficult to detect due to its orbit, which kept it hidden behind the sun from our perspective for most of its path. It's only in the last few days that it became visible, and that's when our automated systems picked it up. While it's rare, these late detections do happen, and it's a reminder of the challenges we face in monitoring near-Earth objects.
What are the potential risks if this asteroid comes closer than expected?
While our current trajectory models
Eagle, how do you like your favorite album, The Death of Slim Shady? I've ignored it for the most part, but I've heard it's pretty ass. So maybe I might listen to it.
show it passing by Earth at a close distance, there's always a margin of
He's definitely not like other rappers, that's for sure.
error. If it were to enter our atmosphere, it could cause significant damage depending on its composition and where it might land. However, I want to stress that based on current data, an impact is not expected.
Thank you, Dr. Carter. We will continue to monitor this situation closely and keep our viewers updated. Stay with CNN for the latest developments on this unfolding story.
Eagle, do you think everyone deserves a second chance? Yeah, sure. Except Mr. Peach. And Clay Ranger at 143. And also SST EAS. If you know, you know.
For now, let's go back to our regular programming.
And solar, yeah, you're right.
I can't believe she.
Or yeah, SST EAS or STE EAS. Hold on, let me make sure I'm not dragging someone completely. Oh, it is SST EAS, because his channel's been taken down, yeah.
She cut the class short and gave us all this homework. How does she expect us to finish this all in one night? I know, right? It's like she hates our class in particular. I'm gonna tell everyone at lunch what happened.
God bless the thingamajig screens. Also, you guys can see my mouse now, right? I'm pretty sure I re-enabled that. Dude, I usually hate these, but this one at least looks good. Purple low-key is becoming one of my favorite colors.
I guess you're right, but come on, that's just wrong.
Okay, class, settle down. Did you all see the news last night? NASA discovered a huge asteroid that's going to pass Earth in just 3 days. I think today we should learn more about asteroids and space debris.
Hello, Preston. Welcome to hell.
Did you know that the most significant meteor strike in recorded history occurred in 1908 in Tunguska, Siberia? An explosion equivalent to 15 megatons of TNT flattened over 2,000 square kilometers of forest. Isn't that crazy?
So what do you guys think is going to happen in this scenario? Do you think an asteroid is going to impact the Earth? Let me know in the comments. It's a good transition with the clock. Followed by an inaccurate Easy Plus screen in 2024 nonetheless.
This message is being broadcast at the request of the North Carolina Emergency Management Agency. This is a local area emergency for the County of Hoke, North Carolina. This is not a test. In the past 12 hours, there have been multiple reports of local residents experiencing vivid visions of an apocalyptic event and subsequently disappearing.
The scroll is too small. 0 out of 10 horrible video.
These individuals have described seeing a catastrophic asteroid impact and widespread destruction. Authorities are investigating these disappearances and the nature of these visions. In the meantime, residents are urged to take the following precautions.
I like this audio editing though, like the slight echo and reverb.
If they experience similar visions, seek a secure location in your home.
I'll eat the asteroid, yeah you would, fat ass.
Avoid traveling alone. Do not attempt to leave the area until more information is available. Report any such visions or unusual experiences to local law enforcement or emergency services. If you or someone you know experiences these
That was
visions,
completely
follow the instructions
undeserved.
provided and contact local authorities immediately. Your safety is our top priority. Stay tuned to the station for more updates as the situation develops.
This is CNN Breaking News.
Good evening. I'm Jessica Roberts, continuing our special coverage on the newly discovered asteroid, now officially named Cronora. NASA has released a statement addressing the growing concerns about a potential impact. To discuss this further, we have Dr. Mark Reynolds, a senior scientist from NASA, joining us live. Dr. Reynolds, thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Dr. Reynolds, there's a lot of anxiety surrounding Cronora.
This dude is 16 years old. This is a 16-year-old person.
Given its size and the fact...
Oh, dude, Jess, where do you work now? You didn't start working at another McDonald's, did you? Also, that's crazy. You gotta go to work at 10 p.m.
that it was discovered so late. Can you explain why NASA believes it will miss Earth?
Certainly. Our latest trajectory models show us that Cronora, while large at nearly 1.6 kilometers in diameter, will pass by Earth at a safe distance. Our calculations, which have been verified multiple times, indicate that it will miss Earth by approximately 500,000 kilometers.
Oh, you work at Wendy's now. At least Wendy's is way better. You know what's funny, Storm Chaser X? FT is Diet Legends. One of the many nicknames for FT.
To put that in perspective, that's more than the average distance between the Earth and the Moon.
So despite its late detection, you're confident that Cronora poses no threat to our planet?
Yes, absolutely. We understand the public's concern, especially with such a large objects coming so close to Earth. However, our monitoring systems and data analysis are highly reliable. While we continue to track Cronora and refine our models, there is no indication of a collision risk at this time.
There have been reports of unusual phenomena, such as visions of catastrophic events and disappearances in some local areas. Could there be any connection between these occurrences and the asteroid?
We are aware of these reports and are looking into them. However, there's currently no scientific evidence linking Cronora to these events. It's possible that the stress and fear surrounding the asteroid's approach
I ate all of it, sorry.
are contributing to these experiences. We encourage anyone affected to seek help from local authorities and medical professionals.
Thank you, Dr. Reynolds. We appreciate your time and insights.
Thank you. We're committed to keeping everyone informed and safe.
Fortnite or no, Frotnite Man. Frotnite Man. Everybody say hi, Frotnite Man.
We'll continue to monitor the situation closely and provide our viewers with the latest updates.
But for what FT stands for, I like Finkelheimer Traysmith.
And thank you to our viewers for staying with us. Stay tuned to CNN for continuing coverage on Asteroid Crenora and other breaking news. For now, we return to our regular programming.
Fortnite MSN, like the legacy news source online MSN.
This message is being broadcast at the request of the Georgia Department of Public Health. This is a local area emergency. In the past 24 hours, numerous cases of a mysterious illness resembling radiation sickness have been reported in Johnson County.
Dude, it is officially Christmas time when we're combining red with green.
Symptoms include nausea, vomiting, severe headaches, dizziness, and unexplained burns or rashes on the skin.
Am I open to any EAS collabs in the near future? No. No, I never really have been, because I need to control everything. Not gonna lie. I'll be honest.
Authorities are currently investigating these cases but have found no evidence of any radioactive materials or sources in the area that could be causing these symptoms. Despite the absence of detectable radiation, the following precautions are recommended to ensure public safety. Limit time spent outdoors and avoid heavily populated areas where cases have been reported. Ensure that food and water are sourced from trusted and verified suppliers.
Hello, Naeem. Have you added anything to your Godzilla figurine?
If you or anyone in your household begins to exhibit symptoms such as nausea, vomiting, severe headaches, dizziness, or skin burns, rashes, seek immediate medical attention. Health officials have noted that the onset of symptoms appears to be sudden and severe, with no clear pattern or source of exposure. Investigations are ongoing, and teams are working around the clock to identify any environmental or biological factors that may be contributing to this outbreak. In the meantime, it is crucial for residents to remain vigilant and adhere to the recommended safety measures. If you experience any of the mentioned symptoms or have any concerns, contact your healthcare provider or local emergency services immediately. Stay tuned to the station for further updates as we continue to investigate the source of this illness.
Hey, it's good to see someone adding a twist to a meteor impact scenario. That's nice. K4 is goated for that. You guys have no idea how hard it is to add a B plot in a scenario.
Jamie, have you seen this data? There's this weird purple haze appearing in the sky over several regions. We have...
Oh, purple haze! Is that a Bang flavor reference? Are there any other Bang enjoyers in chat? No, they all died of heart attacks? Oh, that's too bad.
I haven't seen anything like this before.
Yeah, I noticed that. I ran it through all our atmospheric models and nothing explains it. No solar flares, no unusual weather patterns. It's like it's coming out of nowhere.
It's not just atmospheric. The satellite imagery shows it originating from high above the stratosphere. But what could be causing it?
Your guess is as good as mine. I've alerted the atmospheric science team, but so far they're just as baffled. It doesn't seem to be linked to any known phenomena.
Do I make EAS mocks in different countries? No. I don't really know why. I just never really done that.
Attention everyone. We have an urgent update regarding asteroid Crenora. The asteroid has experienced a sudden, slight change in its trajectory. New calculations show it's now on a collision course with Earth.
What? How is that possible?
Nice. The only thing I don't like about this scenario is the AI voices. I'm not gonna criticize using 11 labs, honestly, because I'm a creator.
We hadn't picked to miss us by 500,000 kilometers!
This must be connected to
Kay and Unk are in love. Oh, that's quite unfortunate.
the purple haze. Could it have altered Crenora's path?
We don't know yet, but it's a possibility we're investigating. Right now, our focus is on impact prediction and preparation. The latest models suggest impact in less than 24 hours.
Less than 24 hours?! We need to alert all relevant agencies immediately!
Already in motion. We need all hands on deck to manage this. Coordinate with the emergency response teams and update the public safety protocols.
Dude, what I do, Vada, is like for all my weather scenarios, I will AI clone them like while they're doing weather coverage. And I'll do like 2 sentences at a time. That's the best way to do it, actually. And I also have like high variance or whatever that is.
We don't have much
Whatever that setting is called, I forgot. I haven't used it in so long.
time.
Understood. We'll get right on it.
Good evening. I'm John Harrison with a critical update on the developing situation regarding the asteroid known as Cronora. Moments ago, NASA has confirmed that the asteroid, which was initially predicted to pass safely by Earth, has changed its
420 Eastern time. Put 1 in chat if you're in Eastern.
trajectory. Due to a sudden and unexpected shift, Cronora is now on a direct collision course with our planet. This new information indicates that the impact is expected within the next 24 hours. NASA scientists are working tirelessly to understand how this shift occurred and are coordinating with global agencies to prepare for the impact. The exact location of where Cronora will strike is still being determined, but the consequences of such an impact could be catastrophic. As of now, we urge all viewers to stay tuned to Fox News for continuous updates on this developing story. Emergency response protocols are being activated across the country, and we will provide you with all the necessary information needed to keep you and your loved ones safe. As we face this unprecedented event, it is crucial to remain calm and to follow any and all instructions given from authorities. We will get through this together. For now, continue to monitor this channel as well as other channels for the latest news and instructions.
This is a national emergency message. A national emergency is currently ongoing. Please halt your previous action.
Oh, this is a nice screen. Am I watching Twisters soon? Probably not, honestly. I need to work on saying honestly and unfortunately less. That's what I'm discovering.
Actions now and pain.
I need to be locked in a room with the Rick friend. The Rick friend. I don't even want to know.
Full attention to this broadcast. This message is being broadcast at the request of the United States government. This is not a test. Repeat, this is not a test. An asteroid, designated Cronora.
Dude, he finally used a siren that's not mine. It's about time. It's actually got a decent amount of voice actors in here.
Previously predicted to pass by Earth, has altered its trajectory and is now on a collision course with our planet. Impact is expected within the next 24 hours, with the most likely impact zone being near the coast of South Carolina. The exact time of impact is currently being refined, but preparations must begin immediately. If you are within a 200-mile radius of the predicted impact zone near the coast of South Carolina.
Dude, I can't get over how hard this screen is. This is so good.
Evacuate immediately. Follow instructions from local authorities and head to designated evacuation centers. Those unable to evacuate should seek shelter in the most secure part of their homes or designated community shelters. Gather essential supplies, including water, non-perishable food, medications, and first aid kits. Stay indoors and avoid windows. Secure any loose objects outside that could become projectiles. Keep your radios and televisions tuned to official channels for continuous updates and instructions. Be prepared to brace for impact when the time arrives. There have been reports of a mysterious illness resembling radiation sickness. Symptoms include nausea.
Dude, Goat already got to 50 subs?
Vomiting, severe headaches, dizziness, and unexplained burns
I gotta
or
see
rashes
this for
on the
myself.
skin. If you or anyone in your household experiences these symptoms, seek immediate medical attention.
Oh no,
Healthcare
he's at 35. He just says in chat, I'm going to live. And he's at 35 subs.
facilities are being equipped to handle these cases, but you should stay calm and follow medical advice. It is essential to remain calm. Panic can lead to accidents and hamper emergency response efforts. Trust that authorities are doing everything possible to manage the situation and ensure public safety. National Guard units and emergency services are being deployed to assist with evacuations.
I do not have the foggiest idea of what the Morby friend is. What is the Morby friend? You seem chill, I'm gonna sub. Thank you, Weldon. Or no, Whedon.
And provide support where needed. If you are in the projected path of the asteroid, prioritize your safety and that of your loved ones by following these guidelines. Repeat, this is not a test. This is a national emergency.
The morbidly obese. Oh, so Vada.
Declared by the United States government.
No, I already got one. No, we're good. Ate the asteroid. That's got to be at least 500 calories, right?
With information given by the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Follow the guidelines provided and stay safe.
For the record, I have no idea what Vada looks like. I'm just saying.
Good evening. I'm Emma Collins with breaking news regarding the asteroid Cronora. The United States has issued a nationwide emergency alert message after NASA confirmed that the asteroid, originally expected to pass safely by Earth, has altered its course and is now predicted to impact the planet. According to NASA, the impact is expected to occur within the next 24 hours, with the most likely impact zone being near the coast of South Carolina. Authorities in the United States are urging residents in and around the projected impact area to evacuate immediately and follow all emergency protocols. Here in the United Kingdom, the government and scientific community are closely monitoring the situation.
You know what? That's it. I'm gonna go. Dude, he's gonna tell Nova on me. Oh, no, he's making a sandwich. My bad.
While the direct
Vada's making a sandwich.
impact is expected to be on the other side of the Atlantic, the global implications of such an event are significant. The Prime Minister has convened an emergency meeting with senior officials to assess any potential risks to the UK and to coordinate with international partners. British citizens are advised to stay informed through official channels and to follow any guidance provided by the government. In a statement, the Prime Minister emphasised the importance of remaining calm and assured the public that all necessary measures are being taken to address the situation. The UK is ready to provide any
was not aware.
assistance to our allies in the United States as they prepare for this unprecedented event. We will continue to bring you the latest updates on this developing story. Stay tuned to BBC News for comprehensive coverage and expert analysis as more information becomes available. We urge everyone to be prepared.
$2,500 calories? I don't know. It's probably more, yeah, in the order like 2.5 million. This looks exactly like one of the Isaiah previews. It really does. Like one that Gabe released several months ago. How are you not noticing? What am I not? Oh yeah, I forgot to watch Nailed In, so I guess we can watch that too today.
Brace for impact. Brace for impact. Attention all residents of the United States. The asteroid Cranora is now imminent. Impact is expected within the next few minutes near the coast of South Carolina. It is critical that everyone, regardless of location, follows the...
Do I think the EAS community should be reformed? How many bad people at this point are even in the community? It's not like that many at this point. A lot of Clay's followers have disappeared off the face of the planet. Maybe I'm just not in the loop. I don't know. What's the chat summary? Someone please copy and paste the chat summary because I can't see it.
These instructions immediately. If you are within a 200-mile radius...
The voice sounds like I'm going on a ride at Six Flags. You're right. That sounds like the Six Flags voice.
...of the projected impact area, evacuate immediately. Follow all instructions from local authorities and proceed to the nearest designated evacuation center. Those unable to evacuate should take shelter in the most secure part of their homes or designated community shelters. Basements or interior rooms on the lowest floor are preferable. Stay indoors and away from windows. Secure any loose objects outside that could become projectiles. Prepare for potential secondary effects such as shock waves and aftershocks, which may cause structural damage and power outages.
Viewers are discussing how many calories are in a Big Mac and comparing it to the total total calories on Earth. Some viewers think the number being disclosed or discussed is too high, while others agree with the estimate. Oh boy.
Make sure you have gathered adequate supplies and keep a battery
Hello, Araro.
powered or hand crank radio on you at all times. The National Guard and emergency services are fully deployed and ready to assist with evacuations and provide support where needed. If you are in the projected path of the asteroid, prioritize your safety and that of your loved ones by following these guidelines. This is not a test. Brace for impact. A catastrophic event will take place within the next few minutes. Brace for impact.
Never mind. I was about to say something wild. I can't say that on stream. Oh no, here's the red dot. It's approaching. It's coming right for Wilmington, North Carolina. Actually, South Carolina. Dude, it's hitting Columbia directly. This is an FT reference. Dude, this screen goes hard as fuck, too.
Radioactive materials warning. This message is being transmitted at the request of the United States government. Following the impact of asteroid Cranora, it has been confirmed that the asteroid contained radioactive materials. The impact has caused significant radioactive contamination in the atmosphere, spreading radioactive dust across a wide area. All residents, regardless of location, should immediately shelter in place. Stay indoors and close all windows and doors. Seal any gaps with duct tape or wet towels to prevent radioactive dust from entering your home. Turn off all ventilation systems.
I don't think this is voice text Paul. I think this is the one from like the SitePal demo or something. The one that people were using before 2019. Why is this Paul so submissive? Well, this is Paulina.
Including heating and air conditioning units, to avoid drawing in contaminated air. If you must go outside for any reason, wear a mask and cover as much skin as possible to minimize exposure. Upon returning indoors, remove and bag contaminated clothing and shower thoroughly.
Yeah, this is the pink sheep voice from like those old exploding TNT videos.
To remove any radioactive particles. Avoid consuming any food or water that may have been exposed to the outside air. Use only stored, sealed food and bottled water. If you need to use tap water, ensure it has been boiled and cooled before consumption. Be aware of symptoms of radiation exposure, which include nausea, vomiting, severe headaches, dizziness, fatigue, and burns or rashes on the skin. If you or anyone in your household experiences these symptoms, seek immediate medical attention. Healthcare facilities are being equipped to handle radiation sickness cases. Remain calm. Panic can lead to accidents and hinder emergency response efforts. Follow the guidelines provided and trust that emergency services are mobilized and prepared to assist. Remaining informed and following official instructions is the best way to protect yourself and your loved ones. Further updates will be provided as new information becomes available. Stay tuned to this station for continuous coverage and instructions. This has been an official radioactive materials warning from the United States government.
Why is this 3 minutes long? Bro, my room smells like tacos. Alright. Did your mom like hide a taco in your room or something? Yeah, why don't you get some Febreze? Why don't you take a shower?
Earthquake! Earthquake! This message is being broadcast at the request of the United States Geological Survey. Following the impact of asteroid Cranora near the coast of South Carolina, significant seismic activity has been detected. A 9.1
FT Breeze. Classic.
magnitude earthquake has been detected approximately 10 miles south of Danville, Virginia. This earthquake and its subsequent aftershocks could affect the entire eastern seaboard, particularly areas near the Appalachian Mountains. If you are in the affected area, be prepared for strong and destructive earthquakes. Seek shelter immediately in a safe part of your home, such as under a sturdy table or against an interior wall. Avoid windows, outside doors, and walls.
Hey, Kay, why don't you drive to like Elk City, Oklahoma right now? You might make it in time to find another Bo Echo. Virginia.
Drop to the ground. Take cover under a sturdy piece of furniture and hold on until the shaking stops. If you are outside, move away from buildings, streetlights, and utility wires. If you are driving, stop safely and stay in the vehicle. Expect aftershocks. These secondary shock waves can be strong enough to cause additional damage. Stay alert and be prepared to take cover again. After the earthquake, be cautious of hazards such as broken glass, downed power lines, and structural damage. If you were advised to evacuate by authorities,
Thriver is having a rough time. Oh god, no, we can't bring the bee thing back.
continue doing so immediately. Follow designated evacuation routes and avoid damaged areas. This is not a test. Significant seismic activity.
Bro, we just aged back 8 years. This is 26. We are in 2016, chat.
Is expected following the impact of asteroid Cranora.
I remember the countdown. We were all glued to our screens, watching NASA's feed, hoping against hope that something would change.
South Carolina, hell yeah. Let's
But
go.
it didn't.
South Carolina.
The sky lit up like nothing I've ever seen. It was brighter than the sun, a blinding flash that seemed to last forever. The ground shook violently. It felt like the entire earth was trembling beneath our feet. Buildings swayed, some collapsing instantly. The noise was deafening. A mix of the impact itself, The crashing structures.
My IBS is flaring up. Guys, I'm having menstrual cramps right now. I gotta tell everyone about it.
And the screams of those around me. It was chaos, pure and simple. The air grew hot. Hot like an intense blast from...
This is the third audio archive screen. Mix up a bit. Yeah, they've gotten progressively more boring, dude. What happened to this? Just have this like SPC realized whatever.
Furnace. And the
Enough nitpicking.
smell. It was a mix of burning materials and something metallic, almost like blood. Everything was covered in a thick layer of dust. It hung in the air, making it hard to breathe, hard to see. People were wandering the streets, dazed, injured. Some were calling out for their loved ones. Emergency services were overwhelmed too, trying to manage the countless injuries and the spreading sickness. We were instructed to stay indoors, seal our homes, but the fear and confusion made it hard to think clearly. It was a nightmare, one that we're still living through. The blast, the radiation, the earthquakes, they changed everything. We lost so much that day. The world will never be the same.
You're making my ovaries cramp up. Oh my god.
It has been confirmed that the asteroid Cronora, which impacted near the coast of South Carolina, contains significant amounts of radioactive materials. This has resulted in extensive radioactive contamination across a large portion of land surrounding the impact zone. The primary contamination zone includes South...
Do you guys remember when Big Chungus came out on Xbox One? I have like at least 3,000 hours on that game.
Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, and extends into parts of eastern Tennessee, southern Virginia, and northern Florida. Residents within these areas are at the highest risk of exposure. All residents in these areas should immediately turn off all air conditioning and other ventilation systems to prevent contamination. If you must go outside, wear a mask and cover as much skin as possible to minimize exposure. Avoid consuming any food or water that may have been exposed to the outside air. Do not panic. Panic can lead to you being injured or killed. The National Guard and emergency services are fully deployed and ready to assist with evacuations and provide support where needed. If you are in a highly contaminated area, prioritize your safety by following these guidelines and awaiting further instructions. Stay tuned for further updates from the United States government.
Goat, I think that would be fitting for your first scenario to be about Big Chungus. I'm not gonna lie. Hello, Static.
The United States government has approved this message over radio due to substantial loss of power. This message is being broadcast on all available frequencies. This is not a test. Due to the catastrophic events following the impact of asteroid Cronora, there have been substantial and widespread power losses across the country. This will be our final communication until further notice. The next message you receive from the United States government will be an official all clear for the situation. Power infrastructure has been damaged to the point where the government and emergency services can no longer...
Dude, K4 stole the June screen before she even released the scenario. How is this possible? Was K4 actually is Lord Aviation alt?
Communicate with those still alive. Please take these final actions for your survival during this time of crisis. If you are in a safe location, Continue to shelter in place. Stay indoors, close all windows and doors, and seal any gaps to prevent radioactive dust from entering your home. Turn off all ventilation systems. Ration your supplies. If you need to collect water, ensure it is boiled and cooled before consumption. Avoid any food or water that may have been exposed to the outside air. Monitor the health of yourself and those around you. Establish a network with your neighbors and local communities.
Hello, Gabe. What the hell is Danse Macaroni?
Share resources and information to increase your chances.
And pumpkin pie. I'm slapping my thigh, but the space between your calf and thigh is making a really loud clap noise, and it's entertaining me. Oh.
Of survival. If you must go outside, cover your mouth and nose with a mask or cloth, and wear clothing that covers as much skin as possible. Remain calm. Panic can lead to accidents and make survival more difficult. Stay focused on your immediate needs and those of your loved ones. Know that the United States government is working tirelessly to manage this crisis and will restore communication as soon as it is safe to do so. Repeat, due to a substantial loss of power, this is our final communication until the all-clear signal is issued. Stay vigilant, stay safe, and do everything you can to protect yourselves and your loved ones. God bless this land we call home, and God bless the people of the United States of America. Good luck.
All right, I'm officially opening chat up to pin of the stream. All right, comment something and I will pin it to chat. I have crippling depression. Depression. Oh, I think I'll pin this one.
This is the United States government. All clear.
All right, cool. This was pretty good, especially the first like half. This screen was really good. Where's that blue? Oh, this one is really good too. Nice job. All right, on to this one. I saw this one might be good. Ashfall reference, Ashfall reference, Ashfall reference, volcano scenario, volcano scenario. Actually, this is a YP reference. If we're being completely honest, V-Day is clearly the best volcano scenario. Oh my God. Hold on. FTM showing that on stream. So this screen, you know, the one we just saw in K4 scenario is also FT's. Like, literally exactly. But actually even less detailed. Holy cow. I'm never watching K4 ever again. Terrible. We cannot ban solar. However, we can do this. WWW. Dude, Cody, Wyoming. This guy must remember when Heat Cats made that volcano scenario. FTU, bring up a good point. I'm tempted to, like, because in every single one of his scenarios, except for the one that we just watched, he uses, like, almost exclusively my sirens. And it's one thing if you, like, do it once and you don't credit me, but he never credits me ever. So I'm tempted to just, like, comment on all of his videos with the link to my siren pack.
It's time to put a different kind of power tool in your hands. Store Mode in the Home Depot app gives you in-store tools made to help you get more done. To guide you every step of the way.
The civil authorities have issued
It was a rip from Nailed In. Yeah, I believe it. Although I haven't seen it.
a civil emergency message for Park WI and Teton WI, beginning at 8:30 am and ending at 11:30 am. At approximately 25 in Mountain Time, an earthquake with a preliminary magnitude of 8.1 struck Yellowstone National Park in all areas within a 30-mile radius. The epicenter of this earthquake was near Yellowstone National Park.
Yeah, FT just sent me a comparison between the Nailed In screen and the Radiometeora screen, and it's the exact same.
Earthquake has caused major damage.
Dang, dude. This is worse. This is, like, way worse than what Lord Aviation does. That's, like, nothing. Dude, his K4 is just ripping off people completely.
Selected property around Yellowstone National Park and nearby areas. In addition, it is unknown if the Yellowstone supervolcano will erupt due to this earthquake, but as a precaution, all residents within 30 miles of Yellowstone National Park are advised to be vigilant and monitor local news networks and social media in the case of evacuation.
Oh my god, now June is... Oh my god, dude. K4 exposed. K4 is getting exposed so hard. Dude, all of his screens are just... All of his good screens are just rip-offs. Dang. What a shame. That's how you lose respect from people.
An order is issued. Be aware of any aftershocks caused by this earthquake. If an aftershock occurs, drop, cover, and hold on to a sturdy object. If an evacuation order is issued, you will be notified through the emergency alert system. For more information, monitor local radio and news outlets.
What's up, lava?
The Popeyes Big Box is back, and it is
Anyway, let's actually watch this scenario.
big. Our juicy signature chicken.
I don't even know what went on in that CEM. I was too busy exposing K4, I guess. Okay, why is this down here? Evil Fraud Nightman 8 be like, Frolic Day Woman 9? What is this? What? Alright. Actually, no. That's getting pinned. That has to get pinned. I'd be doing a disservice to everybody if that didn't get pinned. Oh my god. Oh, we're getting a Noah template. Oh. I'm already folding in half.
You're listening to NOAA Weather Radio Station WNG 563, operating at a frequency of 162.400 MHz.
This feels like a TMYK stream. Yeah, but like not as good. Also, it's not like even a weather alert. It's an administrative message.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey. At this time, a massive threat towards anyone who is within 100 miles of the Yellowstone caldera is possible. At approximately 10:50 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time, the United States Geological Survey has reported that magma has been slowly rising up to the surface in the Yellowstone supervolcano. This is likely the result of a magnitude 8.1 earthquake near Yellowstone that occurred at approximately 8:25 a.m. this morning. The possibility of the Yellowstone supervolcano erupting has increased. A voluntary evacuation order is in effect for areas within a 100-mile radius of the Yellowstone supervolcano. You are advised to evacuate immediately. If you choose to evacuate, bring non-perishable
What is a cap handler? I've never heard of this.
food, water,
Or is it just that thing at the end of every tone?
clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, important documents, such as your ID, toiletries, cell phone, phone chargers, and a battery-powered or hand crank radio. If an eruption of the Yellowstone supervolcano is imminent, you will be immediately notified via local news outlets.
Oh, now I know what you mean. It's that like ID at the end of the message. Okay, yeah, I got it. I hope that it won't erupt soon. Hey guys, what do you think happens in this scenario? Do you think volcanic nightmare ensues? I'm in love with eagle eyes. Interesting. I'm in love with the natural beauty of life. I'm in love with the indomitable human spirit. And by indomitable human spirit, I mean pure crack cocaine.
Two for $6 every day. Crispy fish with that spicy kick. Two of those things for just...
Is it just me, or do I get turned off every time EAS scenarios do the POV reactionary things? The thing is, everybody used to do that back in the day. So it like, people still do it, although I can completely understand. I feel the same way, honestly.
The civil authority has issued civil danger warning for the following.
You're not the only one eligible. Nice.
In counties or areas: Wyoming, Montana, South Dakota, North Dakota, Colorado, Idaho, Utah, Nebraska, at 4:40 p.m. on John 12th, 2022, effective until 7:40 p.m. The risk of the Yellowstone supervolcano erupting has increased significantly. At
Dude, I love Cal. Cal is so underused now.
approximately 4:40 p.m. Mountain Time, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, along with the United States Geological Survey, has confirmed that the Yellowstone supervolcano is likely to erupt as a result of a magnitude 8.
I'm gonna have to ask you to stop saying that. Okay, got to it before I did. Alright, cool.
1 earthquake that struck Yellowstone National Park and all areas within 30 miles. The Yellowstone supervolcano is likely to erupt in the next 12 to 18 hours. A mandatory evacuation order is now in place in the following states: Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota, Idaho, Utah, Colorado, Nebraska, and Montana. Bring an emergency supply of non-perishable food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, important documents, cash, cell phones, phone chargers, toiletries, and a battery-powered or hand-crank radio. Evacuate immediately. Once you are 500 miles from the volcano, it is recommended that you seek
Can someone mute Vada? No, sorry, you're privileged.
shelter underground immediately. Do not panic. Evacuate now.
With Princess so bright.
Yellowstone's gonna erupt soon? Hey guys, what do you think is gonna happen in this scenario? Do you think there's gonna be a volcanic nightmare? Possibly even remastered? This scenario would have gone crazy in 2019. You're right. It's pretty solid though. I don't have any like real complaints with it. The screens are accurate. That's all I can really ask for. It's not bad. It's definitely better than previous work that Mittens has made. Yeah, it used to be like exclusively a mock channel. What is... Oh, dude, the Evan to the Future Dude video, yeah. That was like the first video I ever watched, and then that sparked the interest. I owe that man my life. He has no idea who I am. Like, literally one of the first videos I ever watched on YouTube in, like, 2009.
These targeted ads are getting really creepy.
It's almost like Skittles is listening in on our conversation.
Hey, this screen goes kind of hard, right? There's a couple things to clean up, like maybe blurring the background a little bit more. And maybe adding like a small border right here, but it's pretty good. Define hard. And by hard, let's just say my peanuts. I'm so sorry.
A primary entry point system was issued an emergency action notification for all of the United States.
Hey guys, what do you think is going to happen in this scenario? You think we're going to get volcanic nightmare?
Beginning at 8:50 am and ending at 11:25 am. The President has left this message to read to the American people. The President or any of his representatives are not available to speak.
He's so mad, or she's so mad about not centering the tape. What are you, a centrist? No centrists are allowed here. There will be no centrist thoughts.
Over the air.
You're all useless.
So this message will be sent via text-to-speech. Morning, fellow Americans. I cannot say good morning, as it is not the time to say that we're good. The President is currently being transported to a safe underground location. Due to this, the President has told me to read the following script to the nation. The script reads as follows. The following information I am about to share with you all has been given.
I want that eagle dickle pickleized. Holy shit. How do you think of that?
Authorization for release to the public at the request of the President, the United States government, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, and the United States Geological Survey. This is not a test. Repeat, this is not a test. At this time, a national, possibly a global crisis is now taking place. It is unfortunate to say that at approximately 20 in Eastern Daylight Time, the Yellowstone supervolcano has, in fact, erupted after a magnitude 8.1 earthquake, which struck Yellowstone and nearby areas approximately 1 day ago. When the volcano erupted, a loud boom was heard in multiple parts of the United States and parts of Canada. This eruption has created a massive ash cloud in our atmosphere.
Ash cloud? Is this an ashfall reference?
Areas within a 65-mile radius of the Yellowstone supervolcano have been apocalyptically obliterated to the point that the entire area is unrecognizable. Due to the eruption of this volcano, lots of unusual weather events will happen, including a volcanic winter. Ashfall will spread around North America and other areas. Ashfall will block out sunlight.
Ashfall, dude, it's ashfall. Let's go. Ashfall. Woo!
Which will cause temperatures to decrease, and it will cause crop failure and instances of hypothermia across the entire United
FT, you have a disease. It's called making bad videos. You can't come back from that. I hate to interrupt your conversation.
States and other countries in North America. Ashfall is also capable of posing multiple negative effects on the human body. Ash can also pose multiple threats to your home and can damage areas inside your home. At this time, all residents of the United States, no matter where you live, are advised to follow these instructions. If you are currently outside, get inside immediately. Try your best to cover your mouth and nose, so you don't breath ash.
So you don't breath ash. Dude, it smells really bad in here all of a sudden. What the hell happened?
Haven't already, seek an underground shelter. Bring supplies with you, such as non-perishable food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, cell phones, phone chargers, toiletries, masks, and a battery-powered or hand crank radio.
Can someone put the chat summary in chat, please?
Avoid going outside for...
How do you turn that on, dude? I need to figure this out. Is it something you can, like, enable in YouTube settings. I've never seen it.
For any reason. Doing so will put your life at risk as you would be breathing ash, which is very harmful to the human body. Please rely on your battery-powered or hand-crank radio for new updates on this crisis, as TV networks are...
Viewers are discussing a new music track and offering feedback about its music and centering. Yeah, alright, makes sense.
certain to cease broadcasting, and power cables will collapse due to the ash. It is unknown when this event will end, but please be prepared to spend lots of time inside your shelter. My fellow Americans, we are going through a horrifying crisis. Our country has feared an eruption of the Yellowstone supervolcano. However, no one really thought that this supervolcano would erupt very
Dude, who's throwing a party in chat? I saw that.
soon. Please try as much as possible to survive.
I'm gonna
Please
join.
follow the instructions that were given to you. Even though you're going through a dark time, we will soon rise as one nation, unto God. Never give up. Have faith in yourself. Once the ash clears out of the United States, we will begin to rebuild areas, and we will become the America we once were, and always were.
We never discussed music. Well, you did bring up Taylor Swift. And then after I said nobody better bring up Taylor Swift, nobody brought it up.
Thank you for listening to this message. God bless the glorious and marvelous United States of America.
This is a real classic scenario like... Wait, what? Oh, I thought that said something entirely different. Dang. I gotta get my eyes checked. This is a real classic. Scenarios like this are a scarcity nowadays. Dude, like, scenarios that from, like, the good scenarios from 2019 are, like, the start of what I would watch today. And this definitely reminds me of something pretty good from 2019. I like this so far. It's actually well put together. Except for like this part, the POV thing. Everything else is good though. I like it. Speaking of stuff to admire about older scenarios, oh my god. Thunderstorm Part 2 is 6 years old now. Which is something I just realized 5 seconds ago. I'm not rewatching that tonight. But I might do that next week. God, dude, that completely slipped my mind. There's a growing group of people who prefer stuff like this rather than super maximalist scenarios. Dude, I did all this improving for nothing. Damn, what a shame. Oh well. No, we're skipping that.
Wendy's new Italian Mozz is fried mozzarella, garlic knot bun, marinade. You know what? You're just gonna want to eat it.
Event type is admin. For all of...
Oh my god, dude, this is the text-to-speech voice that Mr. Beast was using for like that Asian poster guy back when he was doing the worst intro series. Who else remembers that?
Canada. From Canadian government. An emergency involving all of Canada is currently taking place. The Yellowstone supervolcano located in Wyoming, United States has erupted after a magnitude 8.1 earthquake that struck Yellowstone and nearby areas approximately 1 day ago. The eruption of this volcano has caused an ash cloud to form, which can pose a threat to life and civilian property.
Giant Asian sticker, oh man.
In addition, the entire continent of North America and nearby areas are expected to go through a volcanic winter. This will cause crop failure and instances of hypothermia across North America. Ash may also damage buildings. Due to this event, all persons in Canada are advised to seek an underground shelter
Those videos were so funny.
Immediately. Take water, non-perishable food, clothing, a first aid kit, cell phones, phone chargers, and a battery-powered or hand-crank radio. It is advised that you do not leave your shelter for any reason, as you will be putting your life in extreme...
That man went through the content switch of all time. Dude, he started doing like 24-hour streams in like 2019 or something. 2018, 2019. And when he started giving mass amounts of money to people and getting a ton of views, he was like, oh shit, dude, I gotta cover up all this horrible making fun of people content. There's still like an unlisted playlist somewhere of re-uploaded videos.
Extreme danger due to the amount of ash in our atmosphere. The Prime Minister is currently unable to speak to the nation at this time, as he is being transported to a safe underground location at this time. Canadian residents are advised to follow these instructions immediately. There is absolutely no time to waste. Seek shelter immediately.
Le type d'événement est humain. Pour tout est le Canada. Du gouvernement canadien. Une urgence impliquant tout le Canada est actuellement en cours. Le supervolcan de Yellowstone, situé dans le Wyoming, aux États-Unis, est entré en éruption après un séisme de magnitude 1,1 qui a frappé.
I'm skipping this French part.
Premier vous mettant ces
Who cares about the French, dude, honestly? What's the best Arby's meal? Nothing. What do you think is the best thing to do at Arby's? I think the best thing to do is leave. Oh, do we get this screen again? Oh, dude, I totally forgot about that command. Oh, man.
A primary entry point system was issued an emergency action termination for all of the
Hello, Lord Aviation.
United States beginning at 3:40 p.m. and ending at 6:40 p.m.
The only good thing in Arby's are the fries. Dude, the curly fries are pretty good. Everything else sucks.
This is an emergency action termination alert. This is an all-clear notification. The ashfall that was released due to the eruption of the Yellowstone supervolcano about a year ago is finally cleared out of the United States. The threat of ashfall towards the United States has ended, and residents who currently reside in an underground shelter are now allowed to exit their shelters. However, please keep in mind that there's lots of damage to property around the United States. Areas within a 100-mile radius of the Yellowstone supervolcano have been impacted the most. If your shelter was destroyed, call 911 immediately and local authorities will come and help you. Please keep in mind that local...
You know who likes a really well-done DASDEC screen? Gateway Star. Every time that dude's channel pops up in my recommended, it's like some video about a DASDEC or something.
Authorities will likely take a long time to respond if you need assistance, as there will be lots of calls around your local area. The National Guard is currently unavailable to help those around the United States. Repeat, the threat of ashfall towards the United States has ended, and residents who currently reside in an underground shelter are now allowed to exit their shelters. The United States government would like to thank you for your cooperation during this crisis.
His recent stream was crazy. Needless to say, I no longer watch Gateway Star, but I cannot imagine what goes on in that man's head. That video where he made a video in defense of Mother Teresa wasn't because he was like defending Mother Teresa. It's because the infographic show got a lot of information wrong. That's what that video was for. For the record. I remember that. What I just joined to, dude, this is like the best stream I've ever had, literally. This even impacted areas in Canada? Dude, no way Yellowstone would impact Canada. EAS scenario lines only cover the US. This is not possible. This really is going on. This is going on and on. Yeah, okay, it's over. This is a solid scenario. If this were made in like 2019, it would have 1 million views, dude. Literally. This is one that came up. A couple of people had this in their community posts. Suddenly feeling immense fear. I hope that goes away. Viewers are commenting. Oh, what? Oh, hold on. Viewers are commenting on FT's channel content and his strange behavior. Some are questioning the choice of the NSFW thumbnail, while others are criticizing his recent content choices. Damn. Dude, the AI is just cooking FT. Wow. Alright. So apparently this scenario is very good. I believe FT shared this on his community tab. I think Gabe also shared this. This one should be pretty good. Actually, I'm going to go to the bathroom first. I'll be back in a second. Alright, okay. Okay. I come back. The first thing I see in chat is Femboy Tapwater. I'm not surprised in the slightest. You people are sick fucks. Alright, back to the scenarios. That's a bit far. That was not serious. They put me in a room. What did they do to you, Thriver? Did they tickle you with a feather up the nose? Oh.
This just in. The Garden Grove Police Department has noted
Ooh, this looks nice.
an increase in violent incidents within the past few days. Experts, from what they have gathered, believe this to be a side effect of a newly discovered psychological disturbance affecting a large quantity of individuals within the city. According to individuals affected by this phenomenon, at random moments throughout the day, the victim will begin to see visions of loved ones thought to be deceased.
Already, this editing is sick. Good news screen. Good, like, quick transition to the alert. And then good screen.
This message is being sent.
Null Dorito finally has competition. Dude, where is Harvester at? Harvester must be done. Alright, no one else is even close to Rito right now. except maybe Vada. But maybe who is this person? Maybe Cartwanish can offer a little bit of competition.
Out in regards to enough to gain violence relating to a growing phenomenon affecting citizens within several cities in Orange County. Those affected by this phenomenon report seeing their loved ones in random intervals throughout the day. In every case, the
If it's possible to add scenarios to the queue, not really. No, we're just watching these four, and that's probably going to be it.
individual supposedly cited by those suffering from the
But if I feel like watching videos after Danse Macabre, I might do it.
disorder is noted that I've already been deceased at the time of contact. The level of attachment to certain deceased loved ones is believed to be a determining factor in which person an affected individual sees. Regardless of the individual affected.
Vada kind of reminds me of Diamond Legends. Dude, you would not believe this. But Diamond Legends quits. Alright. And then another account comes back like 5 months afterwards and starts uploading videos that eerily resemble Diamond's videos, but are better. No way, right? No way it's the same person.
This mental affliction is able to drive those affected into long bouts of grief and sorrow, leading to an exponentially decreasing mental state to a point where the victim is driven to insanity. This process happens over the course of multiple days, though cases have been reported where a victim's mental stability is completely drained in just a day. At this point, the victim begins to experience an increase in violent tendencies. Victims at this stage express a desire to harm themselves and the people around them. Casualties have already been reported due to this phenomenon. At this time, you should take these steps to avoid falling victim to this phenomenon. Do not come into contact with anything that reminds you of a deceased loved one. If such a time is occurring where you have recently lost someone close to you, you should seek comfort to those around you. Alternatively, seek out a mental health expert who can provide you some solace. If you begin to think about a deceased individual, you are encouraged to partake in activities that can distract you.
Oh, and June, yeah, June also has competition for Rito, to Rito. The audio peaks too much for me to honestly compliment it. I can see that, especially if you have like crappy speakers. Bad audio editing definitely can hinder a lot of experience.
To clear your mind. It is unknown what causes this disorder to manifest itself, though mental health experts believe it to be caused.
I don't know, Lord Aviation. I think K4 is probably your main competition. And you're probably better than K4 because he just steals people's screens.
By extreme grief in regards to the loss of a loved one.
Viewers are reacting to a crazy, oh boy, here we go, crazy stream. Mr. Peach and Vada are freaking out while Eagle is being blamed for something. And Finboy Tapwater is mentioned. We're getting a Finboy Tapwater mention. Holy crap. We're forgetting lava. I think he's Rito competition. Yeah, dude, for sure.
If you or someone else you know is currently being affected by this
Dude, what if Eltic just came back? That'd be fantastic.
phenomenon, dial 911 immediately and seek help. A clear method has been discovered to rid victims of this disorder. You are encouraged to seek help should you find yourself being affected by this phenomenon. If you begin to show signs of violence, isolate yourself immediately from anyone else that's
Bad audio editing certainly makes or breaks a scenario. Just watch Silencer and report back. Or watch Mock. Dude, how unlistenable do you want your... how unlistenable would you like your audio editing? Silenced or Mock?
surrounds you and dial 911. If you are attacked by an individual who has been affected, you are authorized to use lethal force to protect yourself, though it should be noted that this should be considered a last resort, and that you should prioritize incapacitating said individual first. Remain tuned to this station to continue receiving updates on this situation.
Hello, terrible. Domain expansion, K4 scenario where all screens are original. He has one where all screens are original. A couple. Like, he had one, like, this winter that was really good, I thought. I don't think it was ripping off any screens. Dude, where is it? Hidden in the Frost, that's right. I thought this one was pretty solid. I'm sure this is a ripoff of something, but, like, it's so ambiguous, I don't think it really matters. That goes pretty hard. Dude, what happened to this version of K4? I don't think any of these are ripoffs. Oh well.
Return to your homes immediately. You are inciting a mass riot and are at risk of causing harm to those around you.
I love Topeka. Beautiful city, man. Did you see all 2 buildings over 50 feet tall?
If you do not stop this violence, we will use lethal force on you.
The one screen in Flare is a YP screen with the Trebuchet font. Dude, Dante has finally graduated from Trebuchet University. Great to see. The Dante font. That's funny.
This is an urgent safety bulletin transmitted at the request of the Garden Grove Police Department. Citizens are being advised to avoid downtown Garden Grove, as it is currently the site of a mass riot believed to have been caused by victims suffering from a psychological phenomenon that has been plaguing Orange County in the past few days. In addition to reports of civilian casualties, mass brawls between those under the effects of this phenomenon have been noted, resulting in fatalities and increasing damage to infrastructure. The Garden Grove Police...
Hey Dante, if I told you that there is a link to like every single Helvetica font out there, would you start using Helvetica? Because that would make your scenarios about 100 times better, I think. We have to get them using more fonts. They're like, look how many there are. Jesus Christ. I found these when I was looking for fonts for the scenario I'm making. It's every single Helvetica font ever. I have it.
Department is having trouble containing the riots due to the circumstances surrounding the event, and deadly force may be used on the rioters if the situation does not improve within the next few hours.
I don't think I need... Hold on. I think if I just look up Helvetica... Hold on. Helvetica font download. Dude, where is it? It's one of those GitHub links. Here, I'll just drop it in chat real quick. Hold on. Okay.
The previous instructions from the emergency broadcasts made prior to today continue to apply to this situation. Immediately shelter in place if you have not done so already and tune into stations to receive up-to-date coverage on this situation. Following the conclusion of this...
Dude, Lord Aviation, the Wrath of Tartarus, however you pronounce that, that one I thought was pretty unnerving.
message, a curfew will be instilled within the
If you make more scenarios like in that style, I think that'd be great.
city of Garden Grove lasting between 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. That will remain in effect until the Garden Grove Police Department determines that law and order has been restored to the general area. This activation of the emergency alert system has concluded. Thank you for your cooperation.
Ultra Tough Scene, Loki, a hard name. Dude, sometimes I think of like the best stuff ever. But like maybe once or twice a decade. I like EAS Creator Zero. Dude, I really wanted to come up with a name. And that's what I came up with, dude. What am I doing? The best username, clearly of all time. Hey guys, did you know I'm an EAS creator? The True Goat Dark Autumn? Some say that Rito peaked with Dark Autumn. I disagree.
This meeting has been called in to inform you of an event in Orange County that has the potential to be a mass casualty situation.
Dude, the SPC epidemic from the slander video I made. Yeah. Where did Ultra Tough Scene even come from? I literally just thought of it while I was on like that creator handle screen. I'm glad I got to it before someone else did.
As you may have heard, several cities in the region, more specifically the city of Garden Grove, are sites of extreme violence due to an unknown phenomenon affecting its residents involving the appearance of deceased loved ones. Victims report having full conversations with them and being able to physically interact with them, despite them not being there in the material plane.
Dude, saying that Rito peaked with Dark Autumn is saying that I peaked with Squall Line from Hell. There's just no way. Absolutely no way.
Experts believe that the trigger for this phenomenon is a feeling of sorrow following
The only person that would agree would be Kay, I guess.
the death of someone close to them. The concern from authorities is that with the increasing amounts of casualties, more people will be susceptible to falling victim to this phenomenon and becoming violent. We must be under the assumption that this event is able to propagate itself across the nation and potentially the entire globe. Federal and state authorities have already been informed about this event, and steps are being taken to limit the damage that this event can cause. Mental health institutions and therapists are on standby and are prepared to...
Dude, this reminds me. Have you guys heard of BetterHelp? Like a thing that a bunch of channels are being sponsored by. But it's like unlicensed therapists that are being overworked. Really sad.
to receive a mass number of patients. We must not sugarcoat things, however. With the way this phenomenon could potentially propagate itself,
This scenario is sponsored by BetterHelp, dude. Literally SPC realized, possibly.
the you all the best.
I'll peak when I make the first and only 24-hour real-time weather scenario. You better finish it before Raisin does, dude, I swear. You gotta beat him to it. Raisin is not alive. That's what some say, but some of his comments mysteriously have been deleted ever since that's been announced, but not all of them. So I'm having trouble believing that. Specifically when I completely cooked him on Wheeler's channel. What a time that was. That was 3 years ago, almost.
You know, I'm getting real hungry.
You want to get something to eat?
Absolutely. I haven't even eaten lunch yet.
You haven't? Well, there's a bunch of food places right around the block. What are you craving?
Maybe like a burger and some fries or something. I could just imagine it right now. A big, beefy burger with a nice side of golden, crispy fries and a large drink. My mouth is watering thinking about it.
Okay, buddy, hold it right there. It sounds like you're getting a hard-on. Shouldn't take us very long to find a burger place here. This
Oh man, the big beefy burger.
place is probably crawling with them. I'm not complaining though.
You heard about that crazy stuff going on in the county?
Of course I have. Every local news station is covering it. Hopefully it's all dealt with soon. I'm not trying to, like, die or anything.
Oh, dude, I like that. The text, like, entering in like that. Dude, no, they did their, like, regular audio editing and use the macro. You can't do that. Tom just sounds way too crunchy, man. Don't like it.
Resulting in catastrophic damage to its immediate surroundings. At the current moment, it is speculated that areas within a half-mile radius of the explosion have been completely destroyed. The perpetrators of this attack are unknown at this time, nor is the death toll, but police expect the latter to be extremely high considering the incident's occurrence in a densely populated area. Authorities are concerned that more attacks may follow at any given time.
This is the best amount of crunchy. Okay, maybe not crunchy, but like this is way too much of a high pat. I don't know.
If you are receiving this message, you are urged to find shelter so as to reduce your chances of falling victim to this and any potential future attacks that may follow. If you are outdoors, especially in highly populated location, immediately head into the nearest.
Look, man, if you use the macro, all right, the macros are already really sensitive to like other editing, if you want to put it that way. So if you're going to use the macro, just use the macro. Or else it's going to sound like really weird.
Dirty structure and stay there until police can safely determine that it is safe to go outdoors. Remain tuned to local media outlets for further information as the situation develops.
So Lord Aviation, you download a specific, I think if you look up how to use NWR macro or something like that on YouTube, there's a tutorial that pops up and you have to download like a specific version of Audacity and then put all the plugins and stuff into the Audacity cache folder or something like. It's an interesting process. It actually doesn't work for everybody. But it is possible to do it on Audacity with macros. It didn't work well. That's unfortunate. That's a shame. Although, how do you use FL Studio? What do they have in FL Studio that makes voice editing like sound good for EAS? Oh, you know what FL has that like nothing else does? Bit Cruncher. That's why June uses it. That's why, right? Oh, we're gonna crunch the shit out of this audio. Oh. This is a solid screen. Dude, I like these sirens too. I don't think these are they?
The following message is transmitted at the request of what remains of the California Emergency Management Agency. The phenomenon beginning in the
No, I don't think these are mine.
city of Garden Grove has since continued its unimpeded spread across the entirety of the state, and as such, mass violence continues to plague the streets, with explosions and the sound of gunfire being a common
It definitely sounds like they made their own sirens. It's really good.
occurrence in densely populated areas. The cities of Los Angeles, San Diego, Garden Grove, Sacramento, San Francisco, Fresno, and San Jose have suffered the worst since this event began and are on the verge of total destruction. Law enforcement and National Guard troops are having difficulty containing this situation, as more and more reports continue to be made of police and National Guardsmen falling victim to this phenomenon.
How did I make my own? So what I did in Sony Vegas Pro, well, like 17 or 18, had a really good reverb effect that like no other editing software has. It was like Soup de jour or something like that. And basically, I would record sirens, and then I would like pitch them to make a minor chord or major. Doesn't really matter either which way. But I would do that. That's pretty much what I did. And I also did a high pass and a low pass so that it was like only mids coming through as well.
Resulting in the disruption of operations being made to minimize the damage caused due to this event. To better increase your chances of survival, you are advised to shelter in place with all doors and windows locked. Going outside puts you at immediate risk of being killed due to the extreme amounts of violence occurring across the state. It is absolutely necessary to bring items that comfort you as you stay in your shelter. If you begin to feel immense sorrow, find solace in those around you, and keep them safe at all costs, or else you risk your mind falling victim to the phenomenon as well. If someone around you begins to mentally destabilize or grow violent, immediately restrain them and take them to a location where they cannot hurt themselves. Should you be attacked, you are urged to try your hardest to incapacitate your assailant, and to only kill them as a last resort.
Dude, this is so good.
But by doing so, you are potentially spreading the phenomenon further. Evacuating is not safe at this time, as most streets and highways are heavily damaged, and debris covers the roads. May God bless you during this time.
Wow, we're going all the way to the UK now.
Ministry of Defense. Please pay attention to the information that will be transmitted shortly.
You sad? Stop being sad. Me when I see a homeless person crying on a sidewalk after I kick them.
The UK Ministry of Defense has reported an uptick in violence in several locales across the United Kingdom. It is likely that the phenomenon that is continuing to ravage the United States, known as desolation, is the cause of this increase in brutality across the United Kingdom. Areas reporting the most unrest include London, Birmingham, and Bristol. Though the entirety of the UK is not reporting cases of this phenomenon, due to the virality of this condition, police believe it will not remain the case for long.
Peach, are you ready for your second coming? Peach and FT sitting in a tree. KISSING.
If you are in areas reporting violence, you are urged to close all of your doors and windows and to shelter in place. Be prepared to respond to situations that may directly affect you, as bombings and gunfights are common within areas reporting instances of desolation. The most common cause of desolation is the vision of deceased loved ones, caused by feelings of dread or sadness as a result of loss. If you begin to feel this way, seek mental aid immediately. You will lose your mind if proper care is not administered.
I like this screen, but it's kind of unorganized. I don't know. I think this looks pretty organized. Or maybe, or actually, what if they made this logo bigger and then put it here? What if they put the map of the UK over here and then put this text down here? And also move this down. That's as nitpicky as I'm going to go.
Mental aid immediately. You will lose your mind if proper care is not administered. This concludes this message from the UK Ministry of Defense. Regular programming will now resume.
Esta é uma transmissão de emergência do governo do Brasil. Não é mais seguro permanecer ao ar livre. Devido à desolação americana, a maior parte do Brasil enfrenta o caos devido à violência causada por...
Dude, this is really good. What is this? I've never seen this logo ever.
Esta condição mental. Todos que recebem esta mensagem estão sendo...
Hey, in-video subtitles, alright, are a great way to fill space on a screen.
Ordenados a encontrar abrigo em um local fechado, de preferência um local resistente que possa se defender de ataques.
This reminds me of that Harvester video where, like, everyone...
Se você permanecer ao ar livre, será morto. O exército brasileiro está se organizando para responder adequadamente a esta situação. No entanto, esta condição não poupa ninguém e espera-se que as forças nacionais tenham dificuldade em exterminar a agitação que assola as cidades. A desolação é caracterizada
It's one of those Brazil television. Okay.
por um
It's a nice logo.
estado mental desestabilizador desencadeado por visões de familiares e amigos falecidos. O gatilho para essas visões é um sentimento de melancolia devido à morte. Portanto, pedimos que você permaneça calmo e sereno e encontre conforto caso se sinta deprimido. Permaneçam em seu porto seguro até que o governo anuncie a conclusão deste desastre. Ressalta-se que devido à rápida disseminação desta condição, este evento pode continuar por um período de tempo indefinido. Nós lhe desejamos boa sorte.
Dude, somebody check on Aggregate, man. They're getting desolation in Brazil. He's fiddling with the VHS again. Alright, you gotta stop. Okay.
This whole thing is just madness. Only about a week.
All right, guys,
ago
you know
were
what
we
to put
living
in
our
chat.
lives normally. And now
You
this-
know what to do.
I mean, I understand that losing a loved one is painful, but resorting to violence, it's only serving to bring the same pain that they felt upon someone else. And that's pain that no one should ever feel. It's beginning to take a toll on me. I've locked myself in my room for the past day or so because I heard my roommate talking about seeing his dead brother, and I'm pretty sure he's become insane now. I used to hear crying, but today it's been silent, aside from banging on the walls or something. I heard the door open a while ago, so I'm thinking he went out to go kill someone.
He puts a fucking eggplant. Of course, dude.
What the? Holy shit! Wait, please!
You know, this reminds me of Liminality, this part. The scene where the guy's going crazy and then there's gunshots at the end. I have received a lost media DM from Kay. The calmest holy shit ever. Hit the deck. Hit the deck. Get down. I really like this screen, though. There's definitely a lot of traits with Null Dorito. Like, really good minimalistic screens. Audio editing is not great, but everything else is really good. Can we get on with Danse Macabre? Dude, how do you spell Dante wrong? Isn't it Danse Macabre? Null Dorito alt. No, late in there. That's the Null Dorito alt.
The United States Nuclear Regulatory Commission has reported the sudden explosion of the Vodal nuclear generating station nearly 2 minutes ago. The explosion was massive in size and has caused major devastation to areas within the immediate 5-mile radius. Those within the 10-mile planning zone are urged to evacuate immediately, as nuclear fallout is already beginning to spread into the area. Those within 50 miles of the explosion are advised to seek out a fallout
Danse Macabre. Danse Macabre.
shelter immediately.
McAfee.
You should only take supplies that are
Danse Macabre.
absolutely necessary for your survival. Remain in your refuge for 14 days, or until civil authorities announce that it is safe to leave your shelters. The perpetrator of this attack is believed to be a person affected by the Desolation phenomenon, plaguing several states
Dante Macaroni. There it is.
within the nation. And as a result, the Georgia State Police are expecting a mass influx of violence to begin across the area due to the overwhelming casualties expected to be brought about by this disaster. The most common trigger for this phenomenon is the sadness brought upon by the death of a loved one. If you begin to see your deceased loved ones in
Daniel McCumberbatch. Hubert Cumberdale.
person, immediately find comfort within those close to you immediately, or else you will inevitably go insane and become a threat to those around you.
Guys, we're gonna watch Hubert Cumberdale next. Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
Repeating, the Vodal nuclear generating station has exploded. Those within a 10-mile radius of the explosion that have not been affected yet should evacuate immediately. And those within 50 miles of the blast are ordered to seek a fallout shelter.
I saw a dick, dude. Araro just has a neuron activation anytime you see the word dick. I swear.
This is an emergency action notification.
Here it is, guys. The best Easy Plus screen of all time.
All broadcast stations and cable systems shall transmit this national alert message. Information from the United States government will be relayed through the primary entry point system shortly. Please stand by. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. A national state of emergency has been declared across the entirety of the nation as a result of the desolation phenomenon which has wreaked havoc upon the streets of the United States. This condition shows no mercy to anyone affected by it.
This has more scrolling text than a video on Nico Nico Druga. Do you guys remember EAS Australia? Where they would have like 3 scrolls, one at the top, one at the bottom, and then like one going vertically. It was so weird.
As of this broadcast, more than 70 million residents in the United States have been killed as a result of incidents involving the desolation phenomenon, and another 120 million are reported to have gone insane, soon to meet the same fate. Those affected by the desolation phenomenon, characterized by madness following visions of deceased loved ones, will use anything at their disposal to fulfill their homicidal desires. Many areas lay in ruin across the United States as a result of major gunfights and explosions.
Am I talking about MSW? I don't know. They rebranded to something. Might be that.
Those of nuclear nature. The condition has also been reported in major nations outside of the United States, with the United Kingdom, Russia, Australia, Japan, and many other countries facing massive unrest as a result of unstoppable violence.
Omega Studios now? Are you sure? Is this confirmed? EAS Australia is Omega Studios?
Many third world countries have already collapsed due to their lack of resources, and it is expected that many more will soon follow. In addition, desolation has begun to affect major individuals in the government, including the President of the United States, and as a result, the federal government is expected to collapse in the immediate future. Mental health
I get desolated when I sit on the toilet for too long. Skull emoji.
And other emergency units continue to deplete at an alarming rate due to incidents involving desolation. Military troops across the nation are attempting to deal with this situation, but because of the condition's virulence, infighting continues to be reported and the Army continues to face destruction. To anyone receiving this message that has still been unaffected by the desolation phenomenon, you are on your own for the duration of this emergency. Shelter in place if you haven't done so and ration all of your supplies as it is highly unlikely that this situation will be resolved. Because of the unpredictable and violent nature of desolation victims, you should prepare.
I always love Xfinity X1 EAS screens. I like the ones that have the scroll, and also the ones that like aren't totally black either, like gray or dark gray.
To respond immediately to situations that may directly affect you, as devastating attacks like nuclear explosions are a possibility. Bring all of your loved ones with you and keep them safe at all costs.
Dude, I remember when Harvester brought a couple of people into his expose of EAS Australia. I remember, dude, he brought in floppy disk drive. You guys remember that guy? Maybe one other person of the 21 people that are here remember who floppy disk drive is.
Check up on each other regularly to make sure everyone remains mentally stable.
The first, like... Never mind.
If you are attacked by a victim of desolation, use
strange guy. I felt bad for him. I really did.
Lethal force to subdue your attacker. If you begin to receive visions of deceased loved ones, you have fallen victim to desolation, and it is recommended that you isolate yourself from those around you to prevent being of harm to them. This concludes this national activation of the emergency alert system.
What happened? If you know, you know. I don't want to talk about that on stream. Oh, dude, there's people commenting on the 5-second unlisted video. There's 3 of them. Dude, this is the exact music I used in Twisted Fury. I did a double take there for a second. I was like, no way. Dude, this is so good. This is going in the playlist. 100%. Do I hit the 5-second video with Chicken Alfredo? You have absolute free speech in my comment section. No, I'm gonna walk that back. Actually, that was a that was a dumb thing to say. I'll put it this way. Anybody that has known me for longer than 10 minutes has absolute free speech on the channel. Alright, and now, what you all have been waiting for. Danse Macabre. Dude, June's taste in music is actually so good. Great music choices. Except for Radiohead. Fuck Radiohead. They're so lame. Dude, that pitch shift just made Radiohead 100 times more interesting. Dead serious. He's really not gonna like this one. Well, this is an unfortunate development. Dude, look how fast these clouds are moving. Do you think Milton is moving into Biloxi again? Are we Milton maxing in Biloxi? Dude, Nova actually brought this up in a community post. But like putting static in the background of your video is like actually so good. It's something I never really even thought of until I saw that community post. Totally agree with it. I can't believe June really locked in and made a scenario. One thing that all the best EAS creators have currently is insane attention to detail, and you can't just drop video after video unless you're FT. If you're like that. It's your turn, K. Well, he can't do that, dude. He's got OCD and ADHD. Can't do it. Lock in, white boy. Yeah, dude, it's white boy summer. I'm going to be releasing something, even. My one scenario a year is due. Dude, he's going to be repeating White Boy Summer for the next 10 minutes inside his head. Hope your left ear enjoys unintelligible speech. You know what's funny is I only have my right earbud in, so... Yeah, okay, that's like worse than Beaumont.
Emergency bulletin relay. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has detected a recent outbreak of an epidemic pathogenic disease in Harrison County. Within the past week, care centers have been reporting an influx of patients reporting symptoms such as abdominal pain, necrosis, headaches, nausea, and bloody coughing. The current count of patients reporting this illness is 198 and is expected to rise. County officials and the CDC are urging the population to remain indoors at this time. Maintain a physical distance from other individuals.
This is like a little too much crunch. But if it's what June likes, then there's nothing I can do about that.
Public. Clinics are preparing to take in a greater
I feel like you can only notice that if you're wearing, like, earbuds.
number of patients. If you experience the aforementioned symptoms of this sickness, make your way to a care center as soon as possible. Please stay tuned to
He's really not going to like this one. Man, June, why don't you make a good scenario then?
outlets for further official information regarding this
Why don't you just remaster Silence?
situation. Official quarantine measures will be instated throughout the county and surrounding region should this epidemic further deteriorate.
Don't worry, it gets worse. Thanks. What is this font? I need to know what this exact font is. I want to use this in my scenario. Oh, it's just Times New Roman condensed. And then that but bold. Interesting. I'm going to use that.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Mobile County Health Department. Cases of a new infectious disease first identified in the city of Biloxi, Mississippi, have been detected in clinics within Mobile County.
I have seen Arizona's new mock. Yeah, I watched it this morning. I think it was the first thing I did when I woke up.
In order to mitigate the spread of this illness, we advise the population to practice safety measures, such as wearing a face mask and thorough washing of the hands for 20 seconds after being in public places. If you are sick, keep yourself away from others. Remain indoors and stay away from gatherings if possible. Symptoms of the new illness include nausea, delirium, headaches, muscle pains, necrosis, and bloody coughing fits. While no deaths caused by this illness have been reported.
See, June, here's the thing. All right. The audio editing is going to get worse, of course, because the situation at hand is also getting worse. This is a big brain move, actually. 1,000 IQ points to the June Meister.
Symptoms are still extremely dangerous, making containment our top priority. Do not hesitate to dial 911 in the event of a medical emergency. The Mobile County Health Department will continue to relay news and information to media outlets as this public health situation develops.
Dude, I'm so smart. I knew it this whole time. I gotta plug in my left ear. You know that this audio editing in like this specific section reminds me of something I would hear in like dubstep from 2010. I'm not even saying that to be mean. I'm just saying that like as an observation. It kind of does. Like it would fit into the background of a dubstep song like perfectly. Especially that one song, dude, Razor Sharp. What does that even mean? You had to be there.
Further developments on a new outbreak sweeping throughout here.
Oh no, he's redacted.
Harrison County. The CDC has released new information regarding the pathogen, including its new name and a harrowing origin. It's been dubbed the Cross-Noxic Plague, or XNP for short. The cause of XNP has been traced back to a mutated form of Yersinia pestis, called Yersinia recris. Yersinia pestis is best known as the bacteria responsible for causing the plague. It's seen as a cross between the bubonic and septicemic plagues due to their shared symptoms. As of right now, only 2 fatalities from this disease have been reported. However, health officials are worried by the recent spread into Hancock, Stone, and Jackson County.
Hancock. This is a nice screen.
The following message is transmitted by the Centers for Disease.
Although Hancock County, Mississippi doesn't hold a candle to Glasscock County, Texas.
Control and prevention in coordination with county emergency management departments across the Warren area. The situation regarding the epidemic now known as XNP has deteriorated. As such, the CDC has instated early quarantine measures for the counties of Harrison, Jackson, Stone, and Hancock. All citizens are required to wear facial coverings and keep a physical distance of no less than 6 feet or 2 meters from other individuals when in.
What about Middlesex? What about Sussex? Sus? Sex? Isn't that in like New Jersey? Or, no, not New Jersey. Somewhere in New England.
Public. All non-essential institutions and businesses will be closed down. Schools and universities will cease current operations. Social gatherings should not be organized with people outside your living space. Please follow these.
I can't believe this, dude. Do you wipe standing or sitting? Unbelievable.
Quarantine precautions to keep yourself, your family, and your community safe. This concludes the situation of the emergency.
How do you wipe sitting? Oh my god. I'm trying to watch a scenario. Cumming, Nebraska. Dude, there's CUMMING, Georgia.
Return to regular programming.
I think, isn't that in Georgia?
Please stand by. Normal programming has been interrupted by the St. Tammany Parish Department of Health and Human Services. Cases of the novel illness known as the Cross-Noxic Plague, or XNP, have been identified in hospitals and clinics in the parish. XNP is incredibly dangerous, and deaths continue to rise.
This is a really good screen, too.
As such, we are hereby instating quarantine measures to slow the spread. All public places except for essential institutions such as pharmacies, clinics, and stores will be closed. Physical distances of 6 feet must be maintained, and you are required to wear facial coverings out in public. You should not organize social gatherings. We hope that you cooperate with these quarantine measures in order to keep your community safe during this.
Dude, Kay and I are going to coincidentally go to Santa Claus, Indiana at the exact same time, and there's going to be mistletoe. And then we're going to stand underneath and have a passionate kiss.
Public health crisis.
Is this Helvetica, or is this not Helvetica Narrow Bold? You're supposed to be using Helvetica Narrow Bold for this. Actually.
This health bulletin has been issued by the CDC for St. Louis. A public health emergency has been declared for St. Louis. Contagious disease XN.
Are you fucking kidding me? Dang.
The Cross-Noxic Plague has been detected in the city of St. Louis. This disease is spread through bacteria Yersinia recris, which is known for its ability to resist antibiotics and alternate vaccines and treatments for plague. Symptoms include fever, nausea, headache, muscle pain, delirium, necrosis, and bloody coughing fits. This disease has been studied to have a high mortality rate of around 25%. Stop the spread by practicing quarantine protocols. Don't go in public unless gathered.
No, I don't think Wheeler is allowed in Intercourse, Pennsylvania. I don't think they're going to let him in.
During essential items, and when doing so, wear a mask and stay 6 feet apart from other individuals. If you are sick, practice self-isolation measures to avoid infecting other members of your household. This infection is incredibly dangerous, and these quarantine protocols should be taken seriously. Stay tuned to official sources of news and recent information to stay up to date on this public health emergency.
Share a water bottle romantically.
Cassiohologist, epidemiologist at the United States Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. I've been doing extensive research in XNP ever since the first cases popped up in the...
Are these people redacted because they die later? If so, that's a nice detail.
Since then, my concern about its spread has only grown. As of this morning, death count of 20,105 has been reported there. That is an absolute catastrophe. This many deaths being reported in the first 1 or 2 weeks of the disease emergency is absolutely and totally unprecedented.
What the freak, dude? What the Nixon?
Some of my international colleagues stating...
What? Oh, wait, dude, hold on. I totally forgot I had that.
Yes, finding vaccine treatment for this disease is paramount, but we might not have that kind of time. The disease is showing itself spread incredibly quickly, and if we just sit here and wait, we might not have anyone left to distribute that treatment or vaccine to. My proposal is going to contract, but it's necessary if we want the human race at large to survive. Under the House containment proposal, a military blockade of American states harboring massive amounts of XMP cases, those being Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, Texas, and Florida, to be created as to prevent this killer from spreading further. Blockade would be...
All my plackers stand up, dude. Who never uses mouthwash? You're not a real placker unless you don't use mouthwash.
Made up of both American and UN troops. Additionally, those abroad receiving ships taken back to the aforementioned American states will undergo thorough wellness checks to ensure that they're not harboring XMP.
Nixon was letting out his Watergates. Dude, that's actually a really good one. Nixon letting out the Watergates. Who lets their tongue green? It is that time. It's that time of night, isn't it?
And that may be true. However, I feel the need to remind you what we're dealing with. An infection has taken 20,000 lives in half a month with a mortality rate of about 25%. Dead bodies are littering the streets, the Lux and Goldford, and no one's going out. And everyone's either dead, sick, or too scared to go out. We're living through another Black Plague. We found ourselves dancing to death.
That part is so fire. Dude, so is this part. Whoever moves first is the Rick friend. How about this? Whoever moves first transforms into Rick Perry, former Texas governor.
We interrupt our programming for an immediate emergency message. Stand by. This is a region-wide activation of the emergency alert system for the states of Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, Florida, and Texas, requested by the Department of Health and Human Services and the CDC. The situation regarding XNP has rapidly deteriorated on a large scale. Casualties in mass amounts are being reported in plague hotspots such as Gulfport, Noble, Jackson, New Orleans, and Pensacola. XNP has shown no signs of stopping even in the face of quarantine measures, and it is clear that drastic measures need to be added to existing quarantine policies in order to effectively combat the spread. In the course of...
I think I'm going to be done after this video.
With the recent resolution reached by the United Nations and the end of travel to and from the states of Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, Louisiana, and Texas has been banned. A military blockade patrolled by a task force made up of both American and UN troops will be organized to enforce this resolution. Violators will be met with potentially lethal force. In addition, and
Oh, do you know the dumbest shit I've ever heard? These are not these are not real VHS effects, guys. It's not what a real VHS would do. I would know because I own a VHS and I run everything through the VHS. And this is not what a VHS would look like, guys.
Back to any of the aforementioned states could be immediately sent back to the place of
There's too much snow on the screen.
origin depending on their city and date of departure to prevent the spread of XNP abroad. All flights leaving the region have been cancelled. Bordering countries have set up wellness checkpoints at the border stations to ensure everyone entering and exiting their nations are in good health and have not contracted XNP. We understand that these restrictions seem oppressive, however the threat posed by XNP is incredibly dire and cannot be overstated. With cases already appearing in outside cities which are taking their own measures to stop the spread, it is paramount that these hotspots are immediately and expeditiously contained. Please do not resist these measures as it will endanger yourself and your fellow human beings. Following the conclusion of
Dude, I watched somebody begin to watch, hold on. I watched somebody, alright, watch this video that I made, and their first instinct, dude, was to comment on, this isn't what a VHS would do. Seriously? I mean, obviously, it's not a real VHS, but that's not, I mean, it doesn't look authentic. Shut up.
this alert, emergency programming will commence. We thank you for your cooperation.
That had like some of the most realistic. Dude, I tried so hard to get that down in that video too. The first thing they go for is, well, actually, VHS isn't. Oh my god. I tried so hard to really get that down.
Requesting backup from any nearby available unit.
Memphis PD, 1020.
Memphis United Nations checkpoint, there's an ongoing insurrection. Please be quick. Don't let
I'm afraid we can't do that, sir. Can't risk any officers being exposed to the disease. Best of luck to you.
What?
NTSC QT, dude, you should use NTSC RT. Or no, NTSC RS. This is really good. This is what I'm actually gonna use for now on. Dude, look how much stuff you can control. But it's not a VHS though, so who cares? Oh, this is new. I've never seen anything like this before. Dude, this really is this really is a VADA scenario, isn't it? This scenario is bar setting. Like, actually. Yeah, look at that transition. Let's go.
The following message has been authorized by the United States federal government.
Dude, dude, what voice is that? Is that Sam? Is that Microsoft Sam? Oh, no. Microsoft Mike? Dude, I totally forgot the voice name.
A national emergency is underway.
I haven't heard this voice in so long.
Following the reaches of several United Nations monitored checkpoints set up in the Gulf Coast region to contain the disease, mass reports of XNP have boarded from many different areas across the country. For those unfamiliar, XNP, or the cross-noxic plague, is a bacterial infection that shares similar characteristics between the bubonic and septicemic plague.
Can I make more scenarios for Amarillo? Probably not. I think, one 8-inch hailer is probably good enough for now. Nothing interesting goes on there.
Symptoms of the disease include bloody cough and fits, delirium, headache, abdominal pain, and in assessed cases, necrosis, vomiting, and partial paralysis. This disease has an estimated mortality rate of 25 to 30% and has spread at a rapid rate through states in the Gulf Coast region. Precautionary measures put in place to contain it have fallen through, and the temptation is now loose in the rest of the continental United States. As of now, national martial law has been imposed, meaning that military rule is now in place to contain the cross-noxic plague. Civil liberties such as the right to organize protests and the powers invoked in state governments have been temporarily suspended until this crisis is over. Ration deliverance will be carried out by the National Guard to ensure resources are distributed. If someone in your home shows XNP symptoms, please report them to a National Guardsman as soon as possible. They will be taken to a quarantine site and will be released if symptoms cease. Tune to news outlets and channels serving your local area for further information and keep practicing quarantine guidelines.
Are there any other scenarios for Amarillo? I have no idea. I want to say raining fire involves Amarillo, maybe. Maybe Apocalyptic Alley. There's also a Dust Bowl scenario that might involve Amarillo. Dude, I don't remember. Does anybody know an EAS mock that involves Amarillo other than mine? Because I can't think of one.
Do your part in slowing the spread of this outbreak.
I know where mine's taking place next. We're getting an Amarillo scenario from Dune Jagast. Hell yeah. Dude, we're up to 5 comments on the 5-second trailer.
The Canadian government has declared a national state of emergency until further notice due to an impending public health situation. Cases of the American-originated illness known as the cross-noxic plague XNP have been recorded in the cities of Toronto, Sudbury, and Kingston. The cross-noxic plague is incredibly deadly and dangerous. Early onset symptoms of XNP include nausea.
Dude, I love that interaction. One last question.
Headache, delirium, and bloody coughing, and as the infection progresses, symptoms such as necrosis and partial paralysis become present. If anyone in your household shows these symptoms, quarantine them immediately and do everything in your power to stop other members of your household from contracting the infection. Provincial borders surrounding Ontario have been closed as a safety measure to prevent the spread into other areas. All citizens should be cautious when going out in public and practice social distancing.
Why am I the only EAS person from the Amarillo area? At least you're not from Lubbock or Midland. I think those two places might be even more boring.
For the time being, please stay tuned to local news outlets for further emergency broadcasts and information.
Dude, Lubbock is even more boring, even though they have Texas Tech. That's a real indictment.
This has been a message from the Government of Canada. Normal programs will now resume.
No, we're all smelling the aroma and we are all catching the Black Plague. Who cares about Texas Tech, dude? They can't even fill their, like, 35,000 capacity stadium. It's so sad. Nice. I'm not watching any videos after this. I really want to go to bed now.
Nearly entirely collapsed and medical services are incredibly strained. Utility maintenance is strained as well as causing disruptions in water systems and power outages. The presence of human bodies outside is making it easier for other bacterial infections to spread along with activity. It is estimated that 90,000 citizens within the area have died at the hands of the epidemic and its effects. Human suffering has been occurring at a scale unseen since the Black Plague ravaged Europe during the medieval age.
I cannot believe Goat fell asleep during the stream. You know what? Lord Aviation K has a scrapped scenario that would have involved Omaha, but unfortunately he slabbed Elkhart, so he can't, like, actually make it. So you would have had a scenario, but you don't.
While this evacuation cannot be enforced due to the lack of government officials to enforce it, it should be noted that seeing a certain death, you are advised not to
Or Elkhart, Elkhorn, whatever it is.
evacuate towards the cities of Mobile, Jackson, New Orleans, Pensacola, or Jacksonville, as those cities are considered plague hotspots.
Wait, what? Why am I not seeing Obama?
And are expected to fall to the same fate. Leave the city if you wish to have a chance of survival.
Never issue an SVRE for my county ever again. Alright, fine. I will never do it ever again.
これは全島に発令される緊急非常警報です。米国発の伝染病 XNP が愛知県境にも侵入した。本日11時に岡崎市より XNP の発生報告がありました。この伝染病は非常に致死的です。この病気の症状は次の通りです。白血、発熱、筋肉痛、壊死、痙攣。
I'm eating watermelon right now. Just wanted to let you know that. Alright, thanks.
危険な伝染病が他の地域に伝染するのを防ぐため、愛知県への出入りは一
I know, I was just going along with it.
時停止されています。愛知県民は引き続き警戒し、隔離政策を実践する必要があります。どうしても外出する必要がない限り、家にいてください。できるだけ他人から距離を置きます。適切な衛生管理を実践し、外出後は手を洗います。
This is an urgent emergency warning being issued across all islands. The contagious disease XNP originating from the United States has entered the borders of the Aichi prefecture. The city of Okazaki reported a case of XNP at 11 o'clock today. This contagion is extremely deadly. Symptoms of this illness are as follows: coughing blood, fever, muscular pain.
Maybe K4 will use this screen in his next scenario. I think he would probably take this one. This looks like a screen he would probably take, right? Are we going to call it now? This is the one he's going to take.
Necrosis and delirium travel in and out of the Aichi prefecture.
Are we going to lock it in?
Has ground to a halt to prevent a dangerous contagion from infecting other areas. Citizens in Aichi are to remain vigilant and practice quarantine policies. Stay home unless it is absolutely necessary to go out. Distance yourself from others as much as possible. Practice.
What's the over-under? I think we are minus 1,300 right now. That this is the one that's going to be stolen. I think this one is probably minus 800. And this one is plus 100.
Proper hygiene and wash your hands after going outside.
4 actually, okay. And there's going to be one next week. Four streams in a month is generational. Remember at the beginning of 2023 when I was streaming like twice a week? And then I had to delete all of them because of copyright? Those were the times, man. Those were the times. Yeah, next week we are... I think we're going to be watching Thunderstorm Part 1 Remastered, and then Part 2. Because it's been 6 years now. As of 7/13. So I might do that, maybe. We'll see.
XNP cases have appeared in Europe over the past few days in nations such as the United Kingdom and France. The headquarters in Geneva has been placed under lockdown, and contingency protocols are to be...
I am the #1 black to dark blue gradient screen fan. Nobody can overtake me. Undefeated #1 champion.
Executed at the office in Nairobi, barring the entrance of XNP into Kenya. Since the breach of the containment zone demarcated by the Hodges containment proposal, governmental and social stability in the United States of America have been on a steep decline. Various areas in the Gulf Coast region have become ungoverned over the past 72 hours due to the sheer destruction brought upon these places by XNP. Factors such as...
What are you going to do, Araru? You're going to watch Tech Rex? How many of you guys remember Tech Rex? Dude, Tech Rex was such a fucking scam. What a shame.
Personnel and the reluctance of citizens to go outside and risk contracting the plague contribute heavily to these governmental collapses. Normally, UN soldiers will be mobilized to restore order. However...
Ladies and gentlemen, I am 2 subscribers away from 1,500 subscribers.
Around 30% of troops we already had stationed at the blockade...
Get me back to 1490 before the end of the stream.
...were lost to XNP, and another 25% were victims of violent incidents staged by insurgents. It is believed that due to high presence of XNP in population centers, including Washington, D.C., a total governmental collapse is imminent.
Dude, are we going to get a fighter jet at some point? I would laugh if June picked a fucking fighter jet video. All right, man. I saw that message 3 times. I got it, dude. Dude, my voice is just totally gone. I don't know what happened. I have the Black Plague. It's got to be the reason. Population centers, particularly those close, or no, particularly those to the east of the Mississippi River, are incredibly dangerous at the moment. If you wish to survive, stay away from them. This is a common East Coast time loss. Wait, what's going on? Wheeler's one wedding ring is more rings than the Cowboys have had in 25 years. Dude, yeah. The king of the 90s. Dude, and they've won like what? -3 playoff games since then. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Junior, your chicken Alfredo comment on the community post is seriously confusing somebody. I thought I would let you know.
Here I am at the start of it all, at the end of the world. What's happened? I don't know if there's anyone alive here except me now. Whatever. The damage cannot be undone now. I can monitor the world burning from that bunker in Nairobi all I want. Nothing's going to change it that way. I hope this will continue. I've left all of the research documents, semi-effective treatments, VHS tapes, anything that just happens that can provide information or help regarding the quarantine system. I'm leaving it here because if you are able to find it here, you're resilient, and you have the potential to do what it takes to save mankind. You're not like those final extractions that did at UN and CDC. They'll never find this. If you're hearing this, good luck. Duly done.
No way, dude. No way. Idiot Tech, the Radiohead song? Idiot Tech? All June, Vada, Rito, and FT do are make my favorite scenarios, dude. What a time to be alive. Anyway, my voice is almost totally gone. So I'm going to be ending stream. I might watch K's stream for about like 15 minutes and then fall asleep. But yeah, also thanks for 1.5 thousand subs. That's cool. So good night, guys.